Yes. What's up, guys? Welcome to another edition of Pantherology. And today I'm going to give you my final record prediction for the Carolina Panthers in 2020. Now, before we get into this, I need you to do me a favor. Click that like button, click the subscribe button, comment down below. Keep up the support because it really, helps me out and it helps out the channel. So anything is great, guys. A like and a subscribe goes a long way. So anyways, let's get into week one. All right, so the first game of the week coming up is the Raiders. Now, granted, I think that we are better than the Raiders. I don't think that the Raiders have it all together just yet. I think they will. I still think it's going to take time, unless it's just getting to the point where just John Gruden doesn't know what he's doing anymore, and that could be a possibility. So I think we get the dub here. I think CMC's just too good for him. And I think Teddy Bridgewater and his debut kind of shows out a little bit. I'm actually going to put a video out about week one. So look out for that video coming out. All right. So we get the dub there. So we're 1-0. Now we're at the Bucks. Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski, OJ Howard, Cameron Brate, Leonard Fournette, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. And then you got TB43. That's a hell of a squad. It's a hell of a squad, especially offensively. But the problem I have with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is their offensive line. And Bruce Arians is a hell of a coach. It's going to be tough for me to say that we win this game, though. Even though they gave up 47, that offensive line gave up 47 sacks last year. I really think that the Panthers could win this game. I mean, they have the potential to win this game, but I just I don't see it happening this early. Obviously, because we're still working some kinks out, and I'm sure they are, but they're more talented and there's more experience on that team. So I get to give the Bucks a dub there. So we're 1-1 to start out the first two games. Then we go to the Chargers. I think we win that game. I don't think Tyrod Taylor is the answer there. I don't think Herbert's the answer there. I don't think that the quarterback situation in the Chargers is in the Chargers' favor. Defensively, they're okay. There's some tweaks that they need to work out here and there. But they got a great running back in Austin Eckler, and then they've got Mike Williams. They got Keenan Allen, Hunter Henry. So I think they've got great talent on the offensive side. I just don't think Tyrod Taylor's the answer. Now, granted, he did very well at the Bills when he played a couple seasons, but I just don't think he's the answer there. So I say we get the dub there. So we're 2-1. So now we go to the Cardinals. So the Cardinals is a sleeper team. I really think that Kyler Murray is very, very good. I think Cliff Kingsbury is a very offensive-minded genius, like an Andy Reid type coach. And DeAndre Hopkins, and you got Kenyon Drake. I mean, they've added things around Kyler Murray to make him better, and I think that's going to be the downfall for us. So I think we lose that game, so we're 2-2 after 4. Then we're at the Falcons. This is where it gets tough for me because I don't trust the coaching of the Falcons. I don't think Todd Gurley's going to come back to his old ways. I think he still has some tweaks that he needs to work out. And maybe he may never return back to his old ways. I think Julio Jones is starting to slow down a little bit, and I think Calvin Ridley's on the rise for them. They also got my boy Hayden Hurst, who's a young tight end, so he's going to be a stud for them. I don't think the Falcons' defense is that good, but I think with Matty Ice and those guys on the offense, I still think it's a little bit too much for our defense. And not enough experience. Shaq Thompson's going to have to step up and kind of lead these guys. And here Whitehead's going to have to throw some of that experience to these younger guys. So I think the Falcons get the dub at home this year. So I say we lose that game. So we are now 2-3 on the year. And then we go to back home against the Bears. Who knows who the quarterback's going to be? Is it going to be Mitch Trubisky or is it going to be Nick Foles? So that's where I question them a little bit. Defensively, they are very good. Offensively, they got Tariq Cohen, so their run game might not be there. The pass game's definitely going to be there with Anthony Miller and A-Rob. So defensively, they're very good, and I believe that defense wins championships. And I think that the Bears beat us, unfortunately. So after that, it's 2-4. But then we go to the Saints, and we're at the Saints. and it doesn't get any better and get easier for the Panthers. Obviously, the Saints all around are I think, the best team in our division. Drew Brees and us coming in, and Drew Brees there. I mean, I could see maybe Teddy coming in there and balling out and getting some, maybe get a little revenge against the Saints, maybe. But I just don't see it happening. I mean, it could be a possibility, but I really don't see it happening. The Saints are just too good. Alvin Kamara, Michael Thomas, Jared Cook. I mean, the experience is there, and those guys are very good, and I think Peyton's a solid coach, and they get the dub against us. So we are 2-5 after 7. So then we're back home against the Falcons. So this is where I think we get revenge back on the Falcons. We split the series with them. This is where I think that CMC is going to run all over these guys, and even when we play them at home, he's going to have a game. It just comes down to the fact that the Falcons have more experience and not as a young team as we are. But I think that we get, with the fact that Joe Brady and Matt Rule, I think this is where they start coming in, starting getting putting the things together, the tangibles together. Teddy Bridgewater is going to be solid all year, I think. But I think this is where you see Teddy and CMC and DJ Moore, these guys really starting to connect and really starting to put everything together. And I think we get the dub at home against the Falcons. So now we are 3-5 on the year. All right. Then we're at the Chiefs. Just going to go ahead and put a loss on that. Chiefs are just too good. They're probably the best team in the league, and they've got the best quarterback in the league. Then we're home against the Bucs, and I still question that offensive line of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That stat in the back of my mind still sits there, 47 sacks, and it just keeps sinking into my head that they got TB 43 back there who can't move out of the pocket when Jameis Winston could. And so this is, like I said, this is where the Panthers start putting things together. And I think we beat the Bucs in this game, and I think we beat them by a field goal. I think it's going to be close. I might be a little optimistic here, but I think we get the win here. So now we're 4-6 after 10. Then we're home against the Lions. This is really tough for me because the Lions are very good, and the new culture that's up there with the Lions. Stafford, I've always thought is a great quarterback. Then they've got DeAndre Swift. They've got Kenny Galladay. They got Hawkinson at the tight end, and they've got Marvin Jones. So they're very talented on the offense. Granted, their coach is a defensive-minded coach. I don't know what they've got on the defense, really. I haven't really studied the Lions that much, but I know what they have offensively, and it's going to be a tough game for us. And we are home. I honestly think that the Lions might beat us here because of just how talented they are and more experience. And like I said, we are young. So we are 4-7 now. Now we go to the Vikings. Now this is where it gets interesting for me because I don't believe in Kirk Cousins. I don't think he's that good. They lose Stephon Diggs. The only people he has really to throw to is Adam Thielen. Yeah, they got Justin Jefferson, but who knows if he's going to start out and be that guy that's going to be another Stephon Diggs. And I don't think that's going to happen on his first year. And they got Kyle Rudolph. But they do have Dalvin Cook, so the run game's there as long as he can stay healthy. I honestly think we get the win here. I think Teddy Bridgewater comes out there and shows the Vikings what they missed out on. And I think CMC is going to have a big game. And like DJ Moore's this is his year to break out, and that's what's going to happen. Even though I've said all these games that we've lost, I honestly think that a lot of these games can go either way. And like the Vikings is one of them. But yeah, I think we get the win here. So we're 5-7 after 12. We're home against the Broncos. I don't know how good Drew Lock's going to be. Is he the answer at the Broncos? I can't tell you that. Melvin Gordon and Phillip Lindsay, probably one of the best running back duos in the league. And then they got Cortland Sutton. They added on in the draft. Noah Fant's going to be a tight end to watch out for. That defense is going to be really good with Von Miller. And then they got Chubb coming back on the defensive end. So it's really going to be tough for me for this game. And I honestly think that with that defense, like I said about the Bears, I think we lose. So we're 5-8 on the year after the Broncos. Then we go to the Packers. Aaron Rodgers, the man of the hour, Mr. Stud. Yeah, we lose this game, guys. Sorry. The Packers are just too good with Aaron Rodgers and Aaron Jones, and they added A.J. Dillon. That offense is still good. That defense is still solid. They went 13-3 last year. They didn't add anything to their wide receiver core. I get that. I think Alan Lazard is a guy that you need to watch out for. I'm thinking he's going to be a very talented wide receiver. I think he might step it up this year for them. We just didn't play good last year against the Packers either. So I think that's where we get another loss. So we're 5-9. The Washington football team. We get the win here. I mean, I know we're going in there against Ron Rivera, who's probably looking to get a revenge game against us and, against the Carolina Panthers after releasing him. But here's the thing. They don't have nobody. Dwayne Haskins, I don't think is that good of a quarterback, and I don't think he's the answer. Terry McLaurin is a very good wide receiver, but that's all he has to throw to. And I don't know if Antonio Gibson's going to be really that good at running back. So, and defensively, I don't even know who they have that's really worth a damn. So I say we get the dub there, and we're 6-8. And then, of course, we're home against the Saints. Well, granted, by this point, the Saints are probably like 13-2 and don't need to play their starters. And we're probably going to play our starters just because let our guys get some more experience, let the young guys get some experience, and probably help out CMC with his MVP candidacy. I say we get the dub there, and we finish the season 7-9. I think that's a very solid year after the fact of a new coaching staff. Joe Brady, even though he's coached some of these guys like Teddy Bridgewater and Keith Kirkwood and over at the Saints, obviously we don't make the postseason. I'll be surprised if we make it second in the division, and that's the highest I think we would do if we do well. And I'm just keeping it honest with you. But I think we make third. I think Tampa Bay comes in second. I got the Saints in first, and I got the Falcons last. So that's positive. So guys, let me know what you think about my final predictions of the 2020 season for the Carolina Panthers. Let me know what you think. Comment down below. As always, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and Panther Nation, you know what to do. Keep pounding.